Welcome back to our channel. ఈరోజు మనం సెట్ పేపర్ 1 ప్రీవియస్ పేపర్ చూద్దాం. In this paper we are going to have 50 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Totally 100 marks we are going to attempt. Here is our first question. One of the following behavior does not conform to research ethics. Identify the behavior. A. Copying passages from a book along with acknowledgement. B. Arriving at a generalization which the researcher feels as truth even though data do not support it. C. Formulating hypothesis which is not confirmed by review of literature. D. Using statistical techniques in qualitative research. So the answer is B. Question number 2. One of the following forums will be directly relevant for administrative actions. A. Seminar. B. Conference. C. Workshop. D. Symposium. C. Workshop. Question number 3. Quality of a good thesis is judged by 3 of the following 4 qualities. First one, coherence across objectives and findings. 2. Consistency between data analysis and interpretation. 3. A comprehensive review of literature. 4. Number of references cited in the thesis. Answer is A. Question number 4. 3 of the following 4 attributes characterize research. Identify the one which is not an attribute of research. A. Research is purposive. B. Findings of research can be generalized for all contexts. C. Research is logical and objective. D. Research is based on accurate data. Answer B. Question number 5. Match the following, the first one with the second. A. Experimental method. B. Descriptive method. C. Historical method. D. Longitudinal method. Matches: continuity of the observations over time, internal criticism of data, stratified sample, equivalence of groups. And the answer is B. Question number 6. Reorganize the following in an appropriate sequence. 1. Analysis and interpretation of data, preparation of research report, identification and selection of a problem, formulation of a research design, collection of data. And the answer is D. Question number 7. Identify any 3 factors which contribute the effective teaching. 1. Art of communication. 2. Subject mastery. 3. Smart and handsome looks. 4. Rapport with students. Answer C. Question number 8. Programmed instruction is based on the principles of learning which is known as A. Software learning. B. Motivation. C. Reinforcement. D. Systematic programming. Answer C. Question number 9. Sentence completion tests are objective type of tests which measure A. Recognition ability. B. Sentence knowledge. C. Association skill. D. Recall ability. Answer D. Question number 10. Teaching is the best described as A. Occupation. B. Vocation. C. Profession. D. Career. Answer C. 11th question. The chief objective of teaching is A. Transmission of existing knowledge. B. Stimulate curiosity of students to discover knowledge. C. Help children to do well in examination. D. To facilitate research. Answer B. 12th question. A good learner is one who A. Listens attentively to teachers, has a questioning frame of mind. C. Spends considerable time in library. D. Prepares well for examination. Answer option B. Here is a passage. We have to read this passage carefully once and twice to answer the question. From question number 13 to 18, we are going to get these questions. Read carefully and get 6 marks out of 6. 19th question. In a certain code, clock is KCOLC. How is steps written in the same code? A. SPEST. B. SPSET. C. SPETS. D. SEPTS. Answer C. 20th question. In the sequence of numbers 5, 8, 13, x, 34, 55, 89, the value of x is A. 20, B. 21, C. 23, D. 29. Answer B. Question 21. The letters in the first set have certain relationship. On the basis of this relationship, make the right choice for the second set. BF is to GK, then LP is to what? A. JK, B. QU, C. VW, D. RQ. Answer B. Question 22. Select the pair of words which is different from the others. A. Hard and soft, B. Hot and cold, C. Come and arrive, D. Right and wrong. Answer C. Question 23. If a rectangle were called a circle a point a triangle, and a triangle a square, the shape of a wheel is A. Rectangle, B. Circle, C. Point, D. Triangle. Answer C. Question 24. If 5472 is equal to 9, 6342 is equal to 6, and 7584 is equal to 6, what is 9236? A. 2, B. 3, C. 4, D. 5. Answer A. Question 25. Of the total energy consumption in India, domestic consumption is in the range of A. 10 to 15%, B. 25 to 40%, C. 40 to 60%, D. 60 to 70%. Answer A. Question 26. Identify from the following the disease which is independent of pollution. A. Tuberculosis, B. Bronchitis, C. Peptic ulcer, D. Gastroenteritis. Answer C and D. Question 27. Identify the fossil fuels from the following contributors to global warming. 1. Coal, 2. Oil, 3. Gas, 4. Bio-waste. Answer A. Question number 28. Match the following 1 to 2. A. Hydroelectric source of energy, B. Solar energy, C. Thermal energy, D. Nuclear energy. Match them with depleting source of raw material, expensive for unit cost, difficult to get raw material, sustainable source. Answer C. Question 29. Identify the chief sources of pollution from the following. A. Auto rickshaws, lorries and coal-operated trains. B. Food, air and water. C. Uncovered sewage tracts, tank beds of stagnant ponds and public wells. D. Hotels, hospitals and cremation grounds. Answer A. Question 30. The slogan "A tree for each child" was coined for A. Social forestry program, B. Clean air program, C. Social conservation program, D. Environmental protection program. Answer D. Question 31. Which of the following sources of data can be classified as a primary source of data? A. Data available in UGC reports, B. Data collected by interviews of UGC experts, C. Data available from socio-culture tables of Census of India 2011, D. Data on the educated unemployment available in Directorate of Employment and Training. Answer B. Question 32. External and internal criticism of data is a standard measure engaged for validation of data in A. Historical research, B. Philosophical research, C. Descriptive research, D. Experimental research. Answer A. Question 33. Identify the parameter which does not measure central tendency among the following parameters. A. Statistical mean, B. Arithmetic mean, C. Mode, D. Average deviation. Answer D. Question 34. Which of the following is not a measure of dispersion? A. Quartile deviation, B. Standard deviation, C. Kurtosis, D. chi-square. Answer D. Question 35. The universe for a research study comprises of 60,000 students from rural and urban colleges, boys and girls, students of various social groups. Identify the best method of sampling. A. Purposive sampling, B. Stratified sampling, C. Quota sampling, D. Stratified random sampling. Answer D. Question 36. Data in tables of research report shows that 20 out of 60 students in the first year of BA class of a college are girls. On a particular day of visit, it is observed that 12 students are absent, of whom 8 are girls. Attendance behavior is poorer among girls than others. This observation is a case of A. Deductive logic, B. Transductive logic, C. Inductive logic, D. Inferential logic. Answer D. Question 37. Match the following from 1 to 2. A. Print media. B. Electronic media. C. Folk media. D. Mass media. Match them to Kuchipudi dance, Telugu newspaper, teleconferencing by IGNOU, street plays. Answer A. Question 38. 2 GB RAM, 3 MB RAM are common terms used while checking on the efficiency of a computer. RAM means A. Read all materials. B. Random access materials. C. Random access memory. D. Reliable access memory. Answer C. Question 39. You need to send an executive summary of 12 pages of a report of 120 pages on ICT in college education to 20 experts in the field of email. Identify the appropriate sequence from the following steps. 1. Email ID. 2. Attachment. 3. Send. 4. Compose. Answer B. Question 40. Information technology is a generic name performing the following functions. A. Data storage. B. Data retrieval. C. Data communication. D. All of the above. Answer D. Question 41. Information is stored in a computer in A. Random access memory. B. CD-ROM. C. Read-only memory. D. All of above. Answer D. Question 42. The best economic method of data processing is A. Batch processing. B. Transaction processing. C. Distributed processing. D. Real-time processing. Answer A. Question 43. Identify any 3 common problems of distance education courses from the following. 1. Study materials are not easily available. 2. Study centers are not adequately equipped. 3. Academic guidance and counseling by expert teams is inadequate. 4. There is no regular personal contact with teachers. Answer A. Question 44. Corporate governance in higher education means A. Governance of colleges by corporate houses. B. Participation of university faculty in governance of colleges. C. Inclusion of corporate houses as members of governing councils of colleges. D. Financing of universities or colleges by corporate houses. Answer B. Question 45. The famous statement tolerance, humanism and universal reason are the values symbolized by university education was made by A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Dr. D.C. Kotari, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, D. Rabindranath Tagore. Answer C. Question 46. Identify the pure discipline of knowledge as against applied disciplines. A. Medical education. B. Technical education. C. Management education. D. General education. Answer D. Question 47. ICSSR means A. Indian Center for Science and Society Research. B. Indian Council of Social Sciences Research. C. Indian Conference of Social Sciences Research. D. Indian Council for Science Society Research. Answer B. Question 48. NAAC means A. National Assessment and Accreditation Council. B. National Assessment and Accreditation Center. C. National Aviation and Aeronautics Center. D. National Accreditation and Accountability Council. Answer A. Question 49. Effective classroom communication of a teacher depends upon 3 of the following 4 qualities. They are 1. Content mastery. 2. Clarity in language teaching. 3. Consistency in presentation. 4. Completing portions in time. Answer A. Question 50. 3 of the following 4 attributes of a teacher will become barriers in effective communication. Identify them. 1. Pronunciation of the teacher. 2. Caste status of a teacher. 3. Facial expressions of the teacher. 4. Voice of words. Answer C.